Lecture friends, we will learn about the layer styling. Okay, so first of all, I need an object to show you the clearer view of the layer styling. Alright, so we will create object this one. So to make it perfect with the height and width, hold down your shift key and just drag it like this and just fill a color so that my object is clearly shown to you. So this is my object. Okay, now you have to just double click here, also right click and blending options. Then here you go with the layer styles, and we will just talk about all of this. So first is our styles. So here you get the styles of this one, just like this will create a shadow. Okay, you see here the shadows, you can just remove 3 of shadows. Alright, and this is the stock, and come to here, then it will show you the gradient. Okay, and select this one, it will show you the strokes. This is also completely made up of stroke. So this is the gradient overlay, just like this. It's a transparent with the stroke. So actually they are the just like the predefined using the techniques. Okay, so they are just the predefined. If you don't want this one, you wanna just make it yours, then do nothing and you can select this from yours. Just like they come to the blending options, it will make it a blend, just like to make it emboss or come to the 3D. Okay, this will come under bevel, but the blending is just like if you don't want to show your object. Okay, so you can increase or decrease its opacity, just like this. It's completely disappear, and now it's 43, 46, 50% appear and 50% disappear, and now it's completely appear. And this is just like to fill the opacity, just like it will fill this to 0. Okay, because we have selected all these 3 channels, so it will just completely disappear it. Okay, and this is the blend. If gray, then you can see the differences. There is nothing much more difference because it's a single color object. Okay, and this will work just if I will put here a stock and I will put fill opacity 0, then it will fill it 0, but you can see the underline part. But this will just decrease or to opacity. Okay, to invisible the complete object. You see the stroke will also getting invisible, and in this only the fill part is getting invisible. So this is these 2 options will work. Now come to this bevel and emboss. It will make it, so let's select the 3D and just tilt into some angle. So for that you have to first select the style, just like the first one is outer bevel. You see it's showing the outer. Now the inner one, it is showing in the inner. The emboss, it will emboss your object, and the pillow emboss. Yeah, this is the stock emboss. So they are the file styles. You see, just like the inner emboss, the technique is smooth, crisp, chisel, hard, soft. You can select these techniques. Okay, I will go with the smooth right now, and up and down to uh, show the bevel part. Okay, just like this. I'm gonna just increase the depth a little more and the size. Okay, so that much size I want, and you can just soften your the bevel part. Okay, so this is the inner, but if I will do outer with same settings, so you see the difference. The emboss part, the pillow emboss, it will just looks like it's cut into the part and just fill it into the part, just like we are making the sand and we just printed our hand. So it's just like this is our hand, or you can call it star. Okay, and it's just we just put it into the sand, so it's like taking the complete area in this background. Okay, so this setting just like work, and you can change the angle of the shading just from here. You can define the angle and global light. It will make a just like impact of using the light source. Okay, all right. So or you can just decrease the mode of your lightning, just like the highlight modes. Okay, and here is the shadow mode. You can increase or decrease these two parts using this method. And this is the angle, just like you can increase or decrease the uh, you see the upper color. So just like this you can make a curve and increase or decrease it. Now this is the contour part. You can see a little bit different, just like shadow, it's increasing. Okay, and this is the texture. You can apply a texture in this. Okay, so first select a texture, the scale of the texture. Okay, just like the scale is 100%, now it's the 1000%, and now is the 1% scale. And if you increase it just like this, and you can increase or decrease your depth. So you see it's just completely uh, it's just taking the rounded part also, but now it's not getting the too much rounded part. Okay, so just like this you can define this depth part also. And the invert is just this will not make a much more effect. Okay, but it will invert your uh, just like your texture. You see here a little difference. It's just actually inverting the texture, but it's completely same for every side, so it's not making a much more effect. Or you can change the pattern style here. All right, so just like this you can make it a pattern onto this. All right, so I'm gonna just remove the texture now and remove this bevel part. Now come to the stroke. I'm just told you the stroke about it. You can select the stroke color from here and the size of the stroke and position is like the inner, outside and center. You can define the stroke as you want. This is the blend mode, so this will work just like the multiply color one. Okay, they will not just like put much more effect because it's a single object. If the multiple objects are blended just like onto one another, then the blend mode will affect it, because the blend mode is just like it's you are merging the two layers with the different methods. Just like you are multiplying their colors, and you are dissolving one object into the other. Okay, so these are the actually the just like the methods of the blending mode. Alright, so this is the opacity of the stroke. You can increase or decrease the stroke opacity. Now this is the inner shadow. You can increase or decrease the inner shadow just like this, the distance, and you see the shadow is coming on the inner part. Okay, so this is the choke of the shadow, and this is the size of the shadow, and you can increase or decrease the noise. Okay, and the angle of your shadow, and this is just like the multiply, and you can increase or decrease its opacity. All right, or you can do the multiple inner shadow just like this one. Okay, so to make it darker, the second one, or you can increase the distance in the second one just like this. Okay, so you see you can increase or decrease multiple, or you can delete it, just delete it here. Or you can add more effects just like here. You can see these are the just like the stroke inner, that is just you can add multiple, or you can just add it from here. Okay, or you can change their positions also if you want to change their position. So just like this I'm going to add it one, or you can make it to the below or upper of this one, but you can't change their position because they are the singles. But you can change the position of the multiple, just like this is one color overlay and this is second color overlay, so you can change their positions, but you can't change their the other position, and we can delete it. Okay, so now come to the inner glow. This will just make a glowing effect into the just like the inside. So you see this is the chalk and this is the size. You can just increase the glow inside of your object, and this is the technique, just like to use the softer or the precise technique. Okay, and the blend mode is actually the screen, that is the by default mode, or you can increase or decrease the the opacity of your inner glow blend mode, you see, and the noise is same. Right, so and the glow is edges and the glows come from the center. Okay, and this is the range, the how much you want to just like the glow, and this is the jitter, you see, just like the noise. All right, so this will make a inner glow of your inner object. Now this is the setting. Okay, you see, you can just putting the one color on this one, just like mixing up of this color. Okay, the distance of the color, you see, you're just mixing the two colors, just like the size. Okay, so just like this setting will work, and you can change the angles also. Okay, now the color overlay, it will just overlay a color. It's like if you want to change your object color, then you can use the hue saturation part. Okay, but hue saturation will not cover the all the colors, and if you want just put the using the color on the bucket tool, then it will sometimes sharpen your edges. So when you want to change the object color, okay, so we prefer the image color, that is just a icon, or the, you see, the just like the uh, representing the any image, but not just like the uh, model image. It's like the image of an object, the image of an icon. Okay, so in that case, if you want to change the color of that object or the icon, so you can use this blend mode and color overlay, and you can define any color and put this one to make it perfectly to not sharp the edges. So just like this we can color overlay, or you want to just make it a different color overlay, then you can use this one, or to multiply. So these two colors are multiplied now. So this is just like the blend mode will work. You see, you can change the color settings just like this. So I'm going to just delete one, so it's the normal, and you can, you see, it's making a less difference because my uh, this is the my the actual color overlay, and you are just using blue and pink, and you are using blend mode to make mixing up of these two colors. Okay, so now this is the, this will come to the gradient overlay. It will overlay a gradient. You can define the first color from here, select the first color, and from here you can select the second color, just double click. Okay, or you can decrease or increase their location, just like the red one is, I want the red one the 83%, then it will cover the 83% of the red one. Okay, or if you want to add a third color, then just click anywhere like this, or you have to add a third color here, or now you are increasing or decreasing the position of this color. Okay, so select this one and decrease it or increase it from this side. Select this one to change the position of this color. When you just, and the gradient type, you can choose the noise or the solid one. Okay, okay, and now here is just like the blend mode, and the same the opacity, and this is the style, just like the linear gradient, the radial, at the angle, the reflected one, and the diamond. Okay, so and this is the angle that you want to just to change the gradient, and the scale of your gradient color, you can see the difference from here. Okay, and the reverse is just making it reverse. So this is the about the gradient overlay. Now come to the pattern overlay. It will same just like the texture, you are just overlay a pattern into this, the scale part, the opacity. See, now come to the outer glow. It will make a glow on the outer side just like this. For that, first select the color of the glow, just like the red one. Okay, the size and opacity is maximum. and select this to the like this. Okay, you see this is the color overlay or the just like the, okay, it's the outer glow. You can increase or decrease the outer glow just like this, the spreading part. Okay, the size of your glow, it's actually this make it blur, okay, or make it more white. And spreading, just like make it more spreading. And now the size part, you can use the softer and the precise part. Okay, so the just like the range, darker the lighter one. Now you can just little bit spread and size it more. Same with the jiggler. So these are the techniques, just like you want to blend any the layer, or you can use a multiple color just like this one. Okay, all right, you see now two colors outer glow. Now next is the drop shadow. It will drop a shadow. See, you can just increase the distance of your shadow, the spreading part, okay, and the size of your shadow just like this, and the angle. Same the noise, that will work the previous styles. Okay, and you can define the shadow color. It's like if you want to make a red color shadow, but for the shadow we can always do the 888, so it will make a perfect shadow just like this. Yeah, after done you can do it. Okay, or if you don't want to show need a preview, then you can do it here. It will not show you a preview, but we will prefer the preview, so that what we change it will just reflected on my object. And okay, now you see FX means the layer style. You actually apply the layer styling. Okay, when you click here, you see the create layer, and then it will create a, okay, layer of your shadow. You see, it is just making it a like another layer. Now press Ctrl Z. Now the other thing, just like the hide all effect, then it will hide all the effects in all the layers, and show, then it will show you all the effects. Okay, the scale effects you can scale much more, just like the scale. Okay, I'm going to just increase it just like this. You can scale your objects. The, okay, the layer styling, the global light, you can increase or decrease the global light just like this. Alright, and now the, or if you click here you can see the layer properties, but you can click for FX, then you can see the layer styling properties. So it's showing that it's only the drop shadow. You can enable or disable this also. See, it will come to this part, and if you want to clear, then you can just clear layer styling, Control Z, and you can copy the layer style also. Okay, and paste layer style here. Or also you can do, just first I will just, okay, clear its layer styling. You can just click here, hold down your alt key, and put your mouse on the FX and just drag and drop. So it will, you see here, it's copy and pasting the same style into this layer. Or you can merge it, the layer style, just click here, okay, and rasterize layer style, then it will rasterize your object or this layer. Okay, using this style, it will just make it permanently into this layer. So these are the layer styling that we use in the Photoshop.